Om Shri Sai Ram. We will start the class with the prayers. Oh. No. No. Oh. Sahana Bhavatu. Sahano Bhunaktu. Sahabhiyam Karavavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sairam, everyone. I think you may have seen some changes in the color for this slide. I have marked with red color some of the signs or some of the lines in this slide. I thought I would just highlight because there were a few questions which came my way. Those red signs are actually suggesting whether the pitch of that note of the letter is whether it's high or low. Where you see a horizontal line below, that means the pitch has to be at a lower level. The voice has to drop a little. And when the red line above, which is pointing upwards, is there, the voice has to rise up. Because there are three levels of pitches which are used in Vedic chanting, called Udata, Anudata, and Swarita. One is the middle level, which is even a voice, which is our natural voice. Then at some points it just drops a little, and in some cases it goes up. This should not be a Vedic chanting class, but I thought I would just mention because there were questions asked, so I thought I will mention it just to demonstrate to you. Om Sahanam. Sa is a lower. Sahanam Avatu Sahano Punaktu. Like that you chant, but I think just for information, let's not dwell on it too much, I guess. Otherwise, it will turn out to be a Vedic chant class, but I don't want it to be this way. Because there were questions, I thought I will just mention it. What we are going to do today is, I think you all have already gone through the letters a few times. So I am not going to dwell on it unless there are questions on it which people ask later on. We also went through quite a few words last week just to familiarize yourself. I think it's interesting for you all to know the meanings and be able to read. So I've included a few more words to discuss. And I think this was the last slide which we looked at last week, if I remember correctly. Nataha was the last word which the last word at the bottom was the word which we looked at last week. So I have a few more slides of some words, simple words. We will go through them. but I want to make some progress in learning a few more letters also today, which are basically combinations of the consonants and vowels. Hopefully we will get there today before 10 o'clock, I hope. If it is too rushed, you let me know. Because the words we will again and again look at once we know all the letters. I had put these words together just so that you feel, okay, we have learned something and we can read something. Just to give you the sense. Once we learn all the letters, because of that, when we don't know the other consonants, the compound consonants or the consonants with other vowels, the number of words which we can discuss will be limited. So I hope you all are okay with that approach. But anyway, because there was a bit of interest in reading a few more words, I have a few more words to go through today also. So let's take a look at this word, this slide. The first so here the word here is namaha. Na ma ha. Ha is the visarga. Okay, I think all of you know this, and I don't think anyone would have any problem in pronouncing it. It is just that you will now know how to recognize it in Devanagari. Na ma ha. The next word is nayanam. Na, ya, na, and anuswara, nayanam. Nayanam means eye. E-Y-E-I. I thought I would just mention something in brief. You may have heard Swami's discourses where Swami says, the I is, there is a capital I which is God. The individual I is E-Y-E. I think many people would have heard Swami make these statements. It's a 3-letter I is the small I, which is called ahankaram, or we think it's our body. Though Swami says that people may think, how can Swami call the individual I E-Y-E? It's a question I am sure many people will ask. But the answer is in this word in Sanskrit called na ya na. See, na also means no. Something which doesn't exist is called na. In the middle, there is a word called ya. That means something which exists. You can see, who is it, something like that. Ya. Yaha means that which exists, that which is. Na at the end means no. So what actually happens to this body is this body was not there before. This body is there in the middle, and the body is gone in the third time. This body, so that means it is impermanent. It was there, it is here, and it's gone. Na means it was never there. Swami will say all relationships were not there. Where was the sun? The sun was not there before he was born. The sun will not be there when you are gone. Okay, marriage is like that. So everything Swami says, it's only in the middle people come together and people depart. So na ya na means that which was not there, that which is here, and that which is not there. That is I. Okay, what we see also, anything which we see will never be there. Pashyatiti pashu. Whatever we see in this world was not there one day, it will appear and will go. So I thought I will just, in passing, I thought I will just discuss that nayanam. The next word is naraha. Naraha. Nara Janma, we say, we are all born in this world. So that's man or human being, Naraha. The next word is Na Ra Ka Narakam. Narakam, which I think all of us know, which is hell or the netherworld. The next word is Na Va, va. Okay, nava, nava. Nava means that anything which is new. Nava also means 9. Also is called nava. But in this case, let us take the meaning as new. Like Navaratri, 9 nights, 9 nights. So it comes there also. The next word is pa, tha, na, Okay, pay attention to the second letter, which is tha, which is the second letter in the ta varga. The ta is the where you keep your tongue up, pointing up. Pa, tha, na, pathanam, pathanam. That is to read or to study anything. Okay. Like in Suprabhatam, you will say Suprabhatam idam punyam ye pathanti. Pathanti comes from here, patha. Okay. Usually some people may pronounce it as patha, that without that puff of air, but actually you should say it with a little more effort. Patha. Okay. Pathanam. Okay. The next word is pa, ta, na, The second letter is the dental, okay, pathanam. So you can see how the pronunciation is different. In English, you will write T in both cases, but the pronunciation is much different and the meaning is also different. Pathanam, pathanam. Pathanam means to fall, falling. Okay, if anyone has had a fall, that's called pathanam. Okay. I will go over to the next. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Padam. Pa, da, Okay, this is the third letter in the tha varga. Padam. Padam means foot. Okay. Pada, the word padam also comes from this word only. Padam means actually foot. It also means padam. They will say Kaivalya padam means one who reaches a certain state. That's also called padam. A state or stage, that's also called a position in a hierarchy of growth or whatever. It's padam. It also means word. Words are also called padam. Okay. there are multiple, actually for each of these words, actually there are many meanings, but I have just picked up meanings which you may normally come across in the context of a bhajan or some Swami's talks. So I've only chosen those meanings, but those words can mean many more than what I have listed here. Okay. The next word is para. Para. Para means other or higher. Parama comes from that word also. Para. Iha para means in this world. Para means in the other world. So para we will come across in quite a few situations. The next word, as you can see, is para ma. So ma is added to the para. Pa ra ma. Para ma. The next word is pavanaha. Pa va na ha. Pavanaha. Okay. Wind. Pavana Putra, like Hanuman is called. He is the son of wind god. Okay, Pavana also refers to the god of wind, wind god. Vayu Bhagavan. Okay, Pavanaha. The next word is Phalam. Okay, the Pa is the second Pa, so which is the Mahaprana with a bit more. It's aspiration you have to say. Okay, aspirated Pa. Second one, Phalam. Phalam. I think in some parts of India they call it Phalam also, but it's not considered appropriate from a Sanskrit perspective. So Phalam is the Sanskrit pronunciation. Okay. The next word is Balam. Ba, la, So the only first letter with the word Phalam has changed. Okay. Balam, which means strength. This is the third letter in the Tha Varga. Ba, ba, la, Balam. Balam is strength. If I think everyone would know, because I think most of you all are from the Indian subcontinent, so I'm sure. So the next word is bhaja. I think it's we all attend bhajans, but I think a special attention has to be paid to this first letter, which is bha. Okay, not ba, bha. With a lot of effort, you should put that air out. So bhalam. Okay. Initially, it's going to sound very taxing on your body, but after a while, you will be able to say bha without effort. But initially, I think you should try to put in a lot of effort and push the air out. Bhaja, bhaja. Because many times I have also seen people write bhajan as B-A-J-A-N, but it should be B-H-A-J-A-N to write it properly, to demonstrate that the first letter is bha. Okay, bhaja, bhaja. Okay, we'll go to the next. So the next word is bhayam. Okay, so I think you all will come. Bhayam means fear. Bha, again, the first letter is the fourth letter in the pa varga. Ba, pa, ba, ba. The fourth one, bha. Bha, ya, So just like the way bhaja is, this is bhayam. Bhayam, okay. Just pay attention to the first letter. Because I know most of you are Sri Lankan Tamils, so I think you all should be aware of it, because you may not distinct. Payam, you may say payam, payam, but in Sanskrit, it should be bhaya. You will also come across the word abhaya. Abhaya means no fear. Okay, Swami will say, why fear? So abhaya pradayaka. Okay, so that one who grants the fearlessness. So if you put a in front of the bha, then it becomes abhayam. Okay. So the next word is bharataha. Bha, ra, ta, ha. Bharataha. So this is considered the Bharata was the ancient king, who's many people think, many people say that it's because of him the India is called Bharat, or because it comes from him. He was a famous king. But Swami also says Bhava Raga Tala is denoted by this. That is why it's called Bharata. So, but Swami mentions Bharata quite a bit. Bha, ra, ta, ha. Bharataha. Again, pay attention to the first letter. Okay. So the next word is bhava. again the fourth letter in the pa varga. You will see why I have used so many fourth letter words, because I felt that's the area where many people make mistakes. So I wanted to highlight all the common words which you come across in bhajans, where you would have to pronounce it properly. Okay, bhava, again the fourth. Okay, bhava bhaya. I think everyone comes across those words. Bhava, bha means bhava means existence, to exist in this world. The samsara sagara, where we are born and we take birth and we die. Bhava, to be. Okay. The next word is bhavanam. Bhavanam. You can see the na and anuswara are added to bhava. Bhavanam means existence is also called bhavanam. A residence or home is also sometimes called bhavanam. Okay, where you stay, wherever you stay, that is called bhavana. We stay in this world, so this entire world is also bhavana. We will stay in a house, that is also called bhavana. Or just being, existing somewhere is also called bhavana. Bhavana. The next word is mada. Mada. Make sure that the second letter is not the aspirated one, it's unaspirated. So it's the third letter in the ta varga. Mada. Okay, mada. Mada is considered one of the Mada Matsarya. It's one of the Arishat, the 6 bad qualities we are supposed to have. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada. Okay, which is pride, you can say. Pride for wealth, pride for progeny, pride about education, learning, everything. Swami says can give us that mother pride, that we have it, that kind of feeling. It's mother. The next word is madana. Madana. Okay. Generally, it's called the god of love. Manmada is called Madana. Like we have many bhajans where we say Madana Mohana. Okay, Krishna is described as Madana Mohana because he is full of love. He will captivate everyone's heart. So beautiful. Anything which is very beautiful also called Madana. Okay, Madana. Pay attention that the second letter is not the. Okay, Madana, Madana. Okay, it also comes from. Okay, so I will leave that there. The next word is mama. I think it's very simple for everyone. Mama. Mama means my. Mama karam is called Ahamkaram. Mama karam. Mama means my. Whatever we possess, we say is mine, mine. So that's how it's called Mama karam. So the next word is maya. Ma and ya. Maya. That means something which is full of that. It's made of that. Okay. Daya maya means one who is made of is made itself. Karuna maya means one who is made of full of karuna. Means filled with that, you can say, consisting of. Okay. I understand. Means I couldn't come up with a very good English translation, but it consists of that. It's filled with that. Okay. Maya. I think it should be simple for you to read, but I thought you'll recognize the letters, so I have put it there. The next word is mala. Mala. Okay. Blemish. Malam means anything which is which needs to be discarded. Okay. Mala. From this only words like Kamala comes, Amala comes, Vimala comes. All of them come from means with a beyond or outside or without blemish. Then we'll come to the next word, which is called Yama. Ya and Ma. Yama. Yama has many meanings, but one of the meaning is Yama in yoga path. The first one is called Yama. That's some sort of self-restraint. You do not give way to the there is strict discipline one has to follow, self-restraint. Yama and Niyama. Okay, I will not go into. Yama also means Yama. Dutha means, god of death is also called Yama. But I will leave that. The next word is Rana. Ra, na. Na, the na where your tongue is bent up, more heavier na. Okay. Rana. Rana means war, a battle. Okay. Ranadhira. I think there's a bhajan about Rama. Usually in the battlefield, he is Dhira, one who is valorous. Okay. Rana. So you will come across that in bhajan. So I thought I would just have it. The next word is Ra, Tha. The Tha is the second letter in the Tha varga with aspirated. Okay. Ra, Tha. Ra, Tha, Ha. Okay. Again, I think we saw it in the word Dasharatha also. There are other meanings, but I will not go into those at this point in time. The next word is Ramana. Ramana. Ramana means someone who delights us. It's delightful. It also means Parvati Ramana, means the beloved of Parvati. Okay. Sita Ramana, the beloved of Sita. So you will come across that word. Ramana means someone who is a beloved of somebody also. So many people say husband, or someone who pleases anyone is also Ramana. Ramana. The next word is Rasa. 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 Rasa means essence. Rasa means also essence. It also denotes a person who is like that also. Okay. Rasa, essence. Karuna rasa, Daya rasa, like that we will say. So the essence of spirituality is also rasa. Okay. Anything sweet is also called rasa. I thought I would. Rasa. So I've combined two words which you have already read, which is rasa and maya. Rasa maya. So anything which is full of sweetness is called rasa maya. Okay, if you have a sweet drink, that is rasa maya. Rasa maya. Rasa maya. If you can look at the charts and recognize the letters, but otherwise transliteration is also available. Whichever helps you to become familiar, you can use. I have already posted the materials. The next word is la yaha. Layaha. Okay. Layaha means dissolution. I think we already looked at alayam, layam. So laya, pralaya, okay, comes from this word. Laya means merger, dissolution. The entire world becomes one, dissolves into something. La yaha. The next word is lavana. Lavana. Lavana means salt. You will not come across in bhajans, but Swami mentions, use the word lavana. This world is lavana and it should become kshira. This world is an ocean of salty waters. From that we have to have sweet waters, or the milky waters. That should be our life. But I just put them there so that it's easy to read and recognize the letters. Lavana. The next word is vachanam. 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 I think all of you will know. Make sure that the second letter is the first ja. Okay, vachanam. No stress. Okay. a speech. The next word is vada. Va, the is the third letter in the tha varga. So not stressed, not aspirated. Vada. That is to say anything. Satyam vada. Speak the truth. Speak or say. Vada. Vadanam. So I have added na. No, I didn't put the anuswara. Vadana. Okay. Sashi vadana. Kamala vadana. Means one whose face is face. Vadana. Lotus face means Kamala vadana. Sashi vadana means one whose face is like the moon. Okay, so those are bhajans you will come across quite often. The next word, the second letter is the fourth letter in the tha varga. Dha. Okay. Vadha. So you can see vada is to speak. Vadha is to destroy. So the second letter you need to pay attention and pronounce it with dha. Okay. So as you can see how the pronunciation can significantly change the meaning. The next word is vana. Vana. Okay. Vana means forest. Okay. Vrindavana. Okay, vana. So I thought I will just, it should be simpler for you all to read because the letters are simple. The next word is vara. Vara. Vara means that is which is best. Like in the Natavara. Natavara means the best of dancers. Okay. Vara. Varam means boon. Anuswara is added. Varam. You know, when you ask for boon, so varam. The next word is shatam. Shatam. Sha, this is the palatal sha. Ta, shatam. Astotra, shata. Okay, comes, this is the word. Shata, nama. 100, 100. Astotra, shata. The next word is shamaha. Shamaha. Okay. Shamaha is Shamaha is a quality which we have to cultivate. Shama, Dhamma, Swami talks about. So Shamaha means, actually we already looked at Dhamma. Shamaha is control of the mind. You know, controlling the senses, controlling the mind. I don't want to go into details. It's also just being calm. Also, Shama. Shamaha. The next word is Shayanam. Shayanam. Shayanam means to rest. Okay, it's your bed, your sleep, everything is called Shayanam. Shayanam is bed also. Shayanam is also sleeping also. Okay, it has multiple meanings, related meanings, but Shayanam. Sesha Shayana, you know, we tell, you know, Vishnu is a Shayana, you know, he is always reclining. That's also Shayana. The next word is Sharanam. Sharanam. Okay. So Sharanam means to take shelter, to take refuge. Okay, Sharanam. You should have seen earlier on, we have used the word Charanam. Okay, Charanam is feet. Sharanam means to take refuge. So there is a lot of difference between the word Sharanam and Charanam. Okay. In bhajan, sometimes people interchangeably use them, but you need to understand what the meaning of the word which you're saying. Okay. But of course, Swami's feet is also our refuge. That's beside the point. But Sharanam also can mean I bow down, I surrender. that also has this meaning. Sharanam. Sha, ra, na. Okay. The na is with the tongue bent upwards. Okay. Just pay attention to that. This is the last slide with the words which I had chosen. So we'll just go through. Sha, sha, ha. It's a simple word. Twice you have to say sha, 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 ha. Means rabbit. Shashanka, actually there's Shashanka Shekhara, it's a word which you come across. What the meaning is, Shashanka means moon. Why moon is called Shashanka means there's a rabbit in the moon. If you look up, you'll see a rabbit. So one who has the mark of Shasha is moon. That's where Shashanka word comes. Shasha means rabbit. The next word is Sakala. Sakala. Sakala means, I think all of you know, all. Okay. Sakalam means everything. Sakala. The next word is Sa, Ta, Ta, Satatam. Means always, Satatam. Always you should pray to the Lord means, Satatam. The next word is Sadanam. Sadanam. The is the third da, okay, not the. The third da you have to use Sadanam. Sadanam means home. Sadanam. Sadanam. The next word is Samayaha. Samayaha. Samayaha means time. At what time? Okay. We have to do something at a particular time means Samaya. The next word is Sarala. Sarala. Sarala means simple, sincere, straightforward, easy. All these comes as Sarala. Sarala Bhava say, I think there is a bhajan. With sincerely you should pray, with the humility and all that. Okay, Sarala Bhava. Sarala Bhava say Sai Bhajo. I think that's a bhajan. The last word which I have chosen is Haraha. Ha, ra, ha. Destroyer. That's what happens at the end, Dukkha Hara, we'll ask God to remove. Vigna Hara. Okay, Ganesha, we ask him. He is the destroyer of all difficulties, obstacles. Okay, Dukkha Hara means one who will remove our sorrows. Okay. So I thought we will, these are all the words which I had listed. I don't know whether I rushed through them a little faster for you all. But I hope you take time to go through these words, because that way you'll become familiar with the letters and also the words. But we will be looking at these words later on. So I'm just going to go to the next slide. I see I had done a bhajan with only the simple words with vowels and basic consonants. That is akara. The entire bhajan is an akara. I thought I will just spend about 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes. I'm not, because some of the words which I've already seen, I will just take you over them quickly. Bhaja Gaja Vadanam. Bhava Bhaya Haranam. Bhava Jala Taranam. Mada Mala Dahanam. Japa Tapa Ramanam. Daya Bhara Sadanam. Shara Varna Sahajam. Shankara Tanayam. Sajala Nayanam. I think I should. Sajala nayanam abhaya varadam. Rasa gha is the fourth letter in the ka varga. Rasa gha na la dam. Agama pa la dam. Agama paladam. Kamala charanam. Naravara sharanam. Ganavara amalam. Ganavara amalam. Saha mama sakalam. Maybe we can go through it little, next time. I have the translation because I have this the transliteration. I've also, it's a bhajan on Ganesha with only the words only the letters which we have read so far. What I will do is, you can take a look at it and read it, I guess, and understand the meaning. I will give it as a homework maybe. Maybe at the next session, we will start with it. I will also post, I have a recording of this bhajan. I will post it in the Google Classroom. You can listen. And maybe once you all have gone through, I will go over the meaning of the bhajan. Okay, so you can sing and look at the words, and maybe it will improve your recognition of the letters, whatever you have learned so far. Okay. So I will just go over to the 944. I wanted to just at least make some progress in learning the letters. Otherwise, it's so nice. We will all relax and listen. But I think we have so much to learn. So I'm just going to go to the next level of letters, which is the combination of consonants and other vowels. Okay. I'm calling this a consonant vowel combination because so far what we have done is only the akara. Only, for example, if you take a look at this, so if you look at this, this is the ka which we looked at. Ka is nothing but uk. See, I had mentioned to you last week that there's a diagonal line below the ka, which basically means there's no vowel attached. So that's uk. Okay, the uk plus a gives you ka. Okay, uk plus a gives you ka. So we are going to look at all the other vowels when they combine with this uk, what sound it is and how it is written. Okay. So then uk plus a, which is the longer a, okay, dirgha, okay, the longer a, you get what's called ka. Okay. And if you look at this section, I have also highlighted what is the additional piece of the letter which is added. Okay, so there is some sort of a order in which how these letters, I think in most Indian languages it's the same thing, but you are just getting familiar with Sanskrit. So you can see there's an extra line added, extra bar. Okay, that's ka. Uk plus a becomes ka. Okay, then uk plus e becomes ki. Ki, you can see you add a bar in front of that consonant, and then you have a curve, a half semicircle sort of connecting both of them. So you can see ka is written in front of that, you draw bar and then you connect both of the lines, okay, with a semicircle of sort. Okay. Ki. Uk plus e is ki. Then ik plus e, which is the longer ikara, gives you ki. So what we do is something similar, but the bar is written on the other side of the right side. When we look at it, it's the right side of the consonant, and the same thing is there is something which connects a half circle of sort. Okay, ki. Then ik plus u gives you ku. Basically, you can see what is happening here, which is a curve, below, which goes towards your left side. When we look at it, it goes to the left. So that is ku. Ik plus u is ku. Okay. So again, look at the bottom. At the bottom of the letter, you have a squiggly and a longer diagonal line. You can see how similar this and this are. The only difference is here it is a bit more, you put a circle, you begin with a circle and then draw the line. Okay. Sometimes you can get confused in printed fonts, but generally after a while you get to know the words. I'm sure you will be fine. But this is ku. Okay. Then ik plus r is kr. Ik plus r is kr. So you can see this is the opposite side of u. U actually you draw like this. In this case, you draw the other way. Okay. Kr. Like Krishna, you will come across this often in all bhajans. Kr. This ik plus r, which is the longer version of the r, is kr. You can say it's doubled. This extra aperture is doubled here, 2 terms. Okay. Just the way it is written in r and r, this part, you can see the bottom part is produced at the bottom here. Okay, kr and kr, which is kr and kr. This you don't come across that often, but anyway, completeness sake, I have put it here. Ik and l becomes kl. You can see it's almost the whole thing is written at the bottom of the letter. Kl. And ik plus l, which is the longer one, the whole thing is written at the bottom. These two you will not come across, so you don't pay too much attention. Just understand that there's a process. That's good enough for now. Because I doubt that you will ever come across these two. Okay. Actually, these three you will not come across at all. That's what my view is. So don't pay too much. Don't spend too much time on those. This is an important one. I think you'll come across quite often. Ik plus a gives you k. Ik plus a gives you k. As you can see at the top, I think we have already looked at, if you look at the I, we put the same sign at the bottom or top. So the same thing happened here above the k. So that becomes k. Ik plus I becomes kai. Okay. So I think the only thing sometimes people confuse is then they look at this, they will pronounce it as kai because they are remembering I. No, but for kai, any consonant with the sound I will have always two. If it has only one, it is a. That is only when you look at the consonant. Okay. So that can be a bit confusing for some people, but I hope you are fine with it. Just with familiarity, you will be okay. Ik plus O is ko. So as you can see, the bottom portion is actually ka plus that sign. Similar to a plus 1 gives you o. Here also ka plus 1 gives you ko. Okay, so I think it should be straightforward. If you have an extra bar on the next to the consonant, and you have the top piece, extra right piece of drawing, then it is ko. Okay, so it should be pretty easy for you to recognize. Once you know o, ko, cho, any other letter should become easier to recognize. Ut plus au gives you cow. Okay, it's same thing, just like o. Au has an extra bar and 2 of those signs at the top. Okay, that's cow. I have not given you kam and kaha, with anuswara and visarga, which should be pretty straightforward because it's at the dot at the top or the colon sign on the side. I have not written it. That should be easier for you to recognize and read. So this is the way the 33 consonants will go with each of those vowels. Okay, so I have only covered ka today in those 3 slides. I have another slide where, but I have put the entire ka varga. Okay, so you can see the ka, kha, ga, gha, and nga. That's the 5 letters in the ka varga. And I have put the vowels here, and these are the combinations. Okay, and you can see at the bottom, these are those extra pieces you add to the ka to derive those letters. Okay, you can read them and see. You can practice writing. I don't have detailed writing exercises for this, but I'm sure you should be able to use whatever you have learned so far and write these also if you would like to write and practice. So I will just go over the sounds for anyone who is interested. This is ka, ka, ki, ki, ku, ku, kr, kr, kl, kl, ke, kai, ko, cow. So let's look at the second one. It's with more effort, okay? With a lot of air, you should do the same thing. Ka, ka, ki, ki, ku, ku, k, kr, kl, kl, ke, kai, ko, cow. Okay. You need to, if you practice every day, you will get, the lungs will get strengthened. It can be a bit tiring, but I think people should practice that aspiration, okay, with puff. Because our muscles, the muscles which produce that sound are usually tired and lazy because they have not been used. But I think people who Hindi speaking or in North Indian languages, they're very familiar with it, and for them, they don't even realize that it has become part of their nature to say these letters. But anyone who is not familiar, like people who speak Tamil speaking, they have to make that effort and practice. Okay. The third one is, should be easier. Ga, ga, gi, gi, gu, gu, gr, gr, gl, gl, ge, gai, gau, sorry, go, and gau. Okay, it should be simpler because we are not pushing a lot of air. But then comes the fourth one. It's effort. You have to be conscious and push air. G, ga, gi, gi, gu, gu, gr, gr, gl, gl, ge, gai, go, go. Okay. It can be a bit tiring, but I suggest that you all practice, because the effort, there is a lot of energy which is needed to produce these letters, and that will help you and make you a better pronouncer of Sanskrit words. Okay. You may not use all these letters, but the practice actually will develop the lung capacity and the voice production, so it's easier later on. Okay. The last one should be easy to practice, but you don't use that often. But as a practice, it's good for the voice and the lung and vocal cords. And it's also mantra. Each of these letters is also mantra. So it's good to practice. Nga, nga, ngi, ni, ngu, gu, gr, gr, gl, gl, nge, ngai, ngo, ngao. Okay. If you don't want to practice, it's okay, but it is just good practice, because you all don't realize that many parts, actually it has an impact even from a physical perspective on the body. These sounds will have impact on different parts of the body. There are people who have taken it as a science. Apparently, if you go with an ailment, they will tell you, give you a mantra based on these sounds and make you practice. And there are people who have improved their stammering, ability to speak, thinking clearly. All that people have prescribed. But I don't know the science, but I understand that there are people who work on this kind of field also in India. So in general, if you practice this, it will help. See, most of the Sahasranama Akshara, all that comes from use of many of these letters. They are scientifically developed. I think even in Tamil, you have Kanta Shashti, Kavacham and all. No, there are many consonants, gu, 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 like that, there are words like that, which are supposed to have impact on your own body and have treatment for many of the ailments. But just simply practicing it exercises those energy centers in the body, from what I understand. So I thought I will just give it to you, but I'm going to do is, I am going to post the material with all the consonants and all the vowel combinations. Okay. We can go through all of them. Maybe next session, I will go through all of them. It all depends on you all, how much you want to benefit. It's up to you, how much you practice and learn. Because once you learn, then we can go on to words which use these letters also. Then, you're opening a huge treasure of names and how they are pronounced, what their meanings, and so on. So that's what I had to share today. I hope I didn't rush through too fast. I am sure some of you may have felt it's a bit too fast, trying to cover a lot. But if you have any questions, I will open it up for questions at this point in time. Saira. Yes, Brother Vimalesan, please go ahead.
Saira, I would like to, you explained the word Nayanam. I would like you to repeat that. I didn't I get it clearly. You said Nayanam, that word. So whatever we see is not before and not after, but how that is in the word, how that comes out.
So in the word itself, the first letter, brother, is na. Na means that which does not exist. Na asti, nasti we say, Pita nasti, mata nasti means na asti means does not exist. So na stands for that which does not exist. So as human person, we think this body is us. This body did not exist before. Na, it wasn't there. Suddenly it is there today, here. Then na in the future also it is not there. It will be gone, it will be gone to dust, become dust. This body will not exist. So that means it was not there before, it was there now, and it will not be there in the future. So you can say no, yes, no. So everything in this created world exists only in the middle. It was not there before, it will not be there after. So the entire creation is that it's always changing. It is not there all the time. But the I, that Atman will remain forever. It was there in the past, it will be there today, it will be there. So which is Satyam, it is truth. So that is why Swami says it. But there's a verse. Maybe in the next session I will share that verse in Sanskrit. It's like a riddle. Okay, I can share that and we can go through that in detail. But that's what it is. Na means not there. Ya means it is there, but not. Ya also it is temporarily there. It is not permanent, and it will not be there in the future.
Okay, thank you. And also in the word padam, P-A-T-H-A-N-A-M, and in other words also that when a dot comes under a letter, what does that mean?
No, that's patha. That is a ta. When there's a dot below the T, your tongue has to bend. Okay, the tongue has to bend and point upwards.
Okay.
So it's a ta varga. So patha, pathanam. Okay, that's what I've used. Okay.
And also the word sarala, it's the meaning you put simple, but in normal speech in Tamil sarala means there's a meaning of fluent also, but in Sanskrit it's not there.
See, sarala has all those meanings. Simple means it is commonly found. It's not easy. So sarala, it's not saralam. Okay, we use the word la. A little heavier la. This is sarala. Saralam. I thought I would just point out. In Sanskrit, you will not come across that la, the slightly deeper la. Okay. Though there are places where it is used, but it's a completely different discussion. Because in the Vedic Sanskrit it is present, but it is. I will not get there at this point, and if you don't mind.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Sairam.
Sorry.
Yes, brother. I don't know. Tasan had raised, but he stopped raising, I think now. Sister Usha Kapoor, yes, please go ahead.
Sairam, brother. And the course is so good. So far, I'm enjoying it and learning a lot. And my desire is to pronounce it correctly. I like to learn. I'm from India and Hindi background. I understand all these like consonants and vowels, right? Pronunciation in Sanskrit is my key request, right? How we go about. And also first day you put Saraswati mantra. If you can post that mantra again, please. I don't have Saraswati.
Saraswati, okay, that shloka. Yes, I will. Yeah. It is, I don't know, do you have access to the Google Classroom? And
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So if you go to the material on the first day, it should be there, sister.
No, it's not there. I printed that on the first day. It's just only it started with Sahna Bhavatu. That's what it is, right?
Okay, I will take a look at it. I will take a look at it and post.
Please,
sure.
Please, if you can post that. Like, for example, my pronunciation when I say Saraswati, and you said something like, you pronounce it different. Can you correct me, or we are both correct?
Okay, so we will. So what I will do, sister, is I will next class I will post it, or I can post it now. I will go through the other questions, and if there's time, I will post it now, and then we can go over.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
Sairam.
yes.
Sai.
Sister Bhavani, please.
Hi, Ram. So the heading in English for this chart is consonant vowel combinations. What is it in Sanskrit, please?
Pardon?
The heading for this chart that we see on the screen
Yes.
is called consonant and vowel combinations.
Yes.
How do you say it in Sanskrit?
I will. I don't know whether there's a technical term, sister. I will come back to you with that if you don't mind. I don't want to guess. Okay.
That's fine. Thank you.
Okay, I will come back to you. Okay. Yes. Next question, Brother Dasan, you had some question or no?
Yeah, the simple question. When we writing the sa, the third sa,
Yes.
the line goes on the horizontal. It's supposed to be a circle one or the horizontal girl. That's what I wanted to know.
Which letter, brother?
The sa, sa, the third sa, you put ra and the line.
Yes.
And the middle there's a line.
Yes.
That line supposed to be a little bit of circle. It has to come from the top or just a horizontal.
Okay, wait, maybe so just.
Essay. Here everything coming horizontal. When we study.
So you are talking about this this letter, brother?
Yeah, essay. Yeah. That is a horizontal. Yeah.
It's a horizontal. Yes.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Yeah. That's see, when writing, things can be a bit different. But as long as there's something which connects this part and this staff,
yeah, okay.
If you most probably you're going to only read printed material, so as long as you can recognize this as sa, I think that should be okay, brother.
Okay, thank you.
If I guess there are comments, we'll go through. I don't know, Brother Kumar had asked a question. Anything with A becomes I don't know. I don't understand the question.
No, I got the answer after that, because when if there's a dot on the letter
above, yes,
above, it's right, sounds
yes. Anuswara, that's called Anuswara.
Anuswara, yeah, Anuswara. I got it after that. After I wrote 10, I got it. And I
okay.
Okay.
Meaning of Saha, please. Somebody had asked. Sister Vani. Saha means with. Okay, just Saha. With something, if if you are talking about the Sahana Vavatu, that's a different. That is Sahana. Sahana means so Saha Saha now means us. Saha means let us be together. If I don't know, I talk about Sahana Vavatu.
No, brother, the Ganavara Sahamama Sakalam, the Bhajan.
Oh, that's Saha. Yeah. That means he. Okay, I didn't go through. You're going to the song. Maybe I will cover that song. No problem. Now, okay, then I think it's fine. Okay, I will. I was hoping to go through when we use the words. Please, this pronunciation will help. Yes, Sister Taranita. Yes, sister. Lesson 1, beauty. Okay, I think Brother Kumar is asking, did Atman existed before the beginning or will survive after? Maybe this is not the forum to discuss it. Atman will always be there, brother. There's no situation of not there and is there. That's my understanding, but I think it's beyond when we are going into Advaita. The thing is, see, the whole problem in Western philosophy and Eastern philosophy. In Eastern philosophy, everything is a circle. In the circle, there's no beginning, no end. If you draw a line, you have what's called a linear, there's always a beginning and there is an always middle and there's an end. But if you take a circle, Where is the beginning? Can you point the beginning? No, you cannot. So in everything in Sanatana Dharma is cyclical. So there is no beginning, no end. Is it always there? It is somewhere in the cycle. So even as Atman, we will be in the cycle. If we are in the cycle, we are there. Even whether we are not in the cycle, also we are there. So that is Sanatana Dharma. The before and after concept is a linear construct of time. It's a Western concept of time. The Eastern concept of time is circular. In the circle, there's no present. The present would have been past, past would have been future. So it's like that. So there is no beginning, no end. That's why if in this world, everything is circle. The earth is circle, the movement of earth is circle, the sun is circle, as the sun is cycling around. So it is always a cycle. It's too much going out, but sorry, I will stop here. Nata Vara, somebody is asking, what is Nata? Nata means dance or acting. Vara means the best. The best dancer, Nata Vara, if you can't compare with him, anyone, because if you put anyone, he will be above that. That is Vara, Nata Vara. You also come across this word in the Gayatri Mantra because Varenyam also means supreme. If you show anything, it will be above that. It will be supreme, superior to that. Okay. Vara also means superior or the best. The best. So Nata Vara means the best dancer. You can't compare. Okay. It's also means Nataraja, the king of dance. Nataraja also, God only is capable. Can we use Saha to indicate ours, our family? Sister Vino is asking. Saha means Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the entire world also can be Saha, sister. So, it is our expanding what belongs to us, what we are connected will define that Saha. Actually, from this Saha only the Sahana comes. The word also comes because you will not, you will be tolerating anyone. You will put up with anything if you think that person belongs to you. They say if the child kicks the mother as a baby, the mother will cry. The mother will be happy. But if somebody else, even if it pains, the mother will be happy. She will bear it with Sahana. Because once you know that you and the other person are related together, you will not feel hurt by anyone harming us. So the Sahana means to treat everyone as yours. Then only you will have real tolerance. So the word Sahana comes from Saha. So whoever you think belongs to you, then you are including them into your embrace. So they all can come from Saha. Can you please go over Visarga and all the vowels? Okay, that will be next week, sister. How the Visarga is, or otherwise I will try to do. I think Sister Bhavani is asking how Visarga will come, which each of these we can look at. I think that's all. I think I've covered all the questions which came. I think I will just now go to, I think there are two questions. One is, Sister Usha Kapoor asked about Saraswati. I think I will talk about it next week if it's okay, at the beginning, just after prayer. But I think somebody asked a question about the bhajan, which I put there. I just put something, because for people to practice, I thought it would be good. So that's the reason I put. I will, I think sister was asking about the question about this Saha. Okay. Maybe I will just quickly, I think we have 15 minutes, so I will take you through the meaning. Maybe I will attempt to sing it at the end if it's okay. Otherwise, I will post it and you can listen. So bhaja means sing or worship. I'm going to go through all the words in this bhajan. Gaja Vadanam means, Gaja means elephant, Vadanam means face, one with elephant face. Bhaja Gaja Vadanam means sing to this Lord who is with the face of elephant. Okay. There are multiple meanings of Gaja Vadanam, but That's a completely different exercise. One day I will say, share what are the levels of meanings and how we can find meanings and how the meaning will reveal it to ourselves. I think one day I will have speak for about 5-10 minutes on that. Bhava means this existence of birth and death. Bhava. Bhaya, fear. We are all afraid, of this, what will happen, what will not happen. That is this bhava, bhaya. Haranam, one who destroys. Bhava, bhaya, haranam. So this Ganesha is one who removes any fear of existence, related to existence we have. Whether we will fall sick, whether we will die, whether someone will fall sick, someone will die. All these worries and fears, Ganesha will remove. Okay. Bhava, this existence again. Jala means water. It also means ocean. Bhava Jala means this entire ocean of birth and death. Bhava Sagara is also it's called. Bhava Jala Taranam. Taranam means one who takes us across. Okay. Dustara Bhava Sagara Taranam, as Swami Manasa Bhajare says. Taranam means one who takes across. Okay. Mada, Mala, Dahanam. Mada is pride, We have this, we have that kind of madam. That is an impurity. Mala. Mada, Mala. Dahanam means one who burns it off. It's completely burnt off. So Ganesha has that ability to burn off the pride of the impurity of pride, which we have. Japa, Tapa. Japa means Japam. Repeating the name of God. Tapa means penance. Swami says Tapa means actually Trikarana Shuddhi. Our mind, thought, word, and deed should be all together. But it also suffer. Many people take it as suffering and doing various arduous spiritual exercises. Anyway, whatever we do with love for God is tapam, as Swami would say. We should yearn with a burning desire for the Lord. That is the real tapam. Japa tapa ramanam. So one who is pleased with that, and anyone who does japa and tapa, they will find Ganesha very pleasing. Okay, so, and he is actually, he loves to see the japa and tapa of the devotees. Japa tapa ramana. So he is pleased by our japa, our tapa. Daya bhara. Daya means compassion. Bhara means you are so heavy with compassion. See, the descent of God itself happens because when the Lord is so filled with that compassion, he will come down as avatar. The rain comes like that, So, Daya Bhara Sadanam. Sadanam means you are a home. So, you are the home for there's so much of compassion. Okay. A lot of compassion is stored in you as home. So that's why Ganesha has a big tummy. He is supposed to be looking after all of us. Because his compassion is his stomach. Lambodara. Next one is Sharavana. Sharavana is another name for Subramanya or Murugan, as in Tamil is called. Sharavana Sahajam. Sahajam means, again the word Saha comes here. Saha Udara. One who shares the same stomach person. One who is born through the same mother. Okay, Sahajam means brother. Sharavana Sahajam. Shankara Tanayam. Shankara is Shiva. Tanayam is the son. Okay. Sajala Nayanam. Sajala. Jala is water. Sa means with. Okay. Nayanam. Nayanam means eyes. So they say the Lord's eyes are always filled with tears. Tears of compassion. Anytime it will shed. So the eyes will be so watery. Sajala Nayana means he's ever ready. He's ready to cry at the pain of ours. So Sajala Nayanam. Abhaya Varadam. Abhaya means fearlessness. Varadam. He gives that boon of Abhaya. Abhaya Varadam means he will grant us the boon of fearlessness. Rasa Ghana Naladam. Rasa means sweet, nectar, essence. Ghana means filled. He is filled with Naladam. He's honey itself, which is full of sweetness, filled with so much sweetness. That is Rasa Ghana Naladam. Agama Phaladam. Agama means all scriptures. Okay. Phaladam means even if you're reading and studying, the fruits of those efforts is given by him. Phaladam. Phala means fruit. Dam means one who gives. Phaladha means one who gives the fruits. So Ganesha is the one who gives you the fruits of Agama. That means if you pray to him, he will grant you all the knowledge, which is filled in the Vedas. Okay, he can give you that knowledge. Agama Phaladam. Kamala Charanam. Kamala is lotus, Charanam is feet. His feet is the lotus, his lotus feet. One whose feet is like the lotus. Nara Vara means among the men, Nara Vara, the best of men, take refuge in you. All those who take refuge, surrender to you, are the best of men. Nara Vara Sharana. Even the best of people have to take refuge only in you. That's Ganesha. Ganavara Amalam. Ganavara, he is the best of Ganas. That's why we call Gananatha, Ganapati. Okay. Means he is the Lord of all the Ganas. He is the chief of Ganas. Amalam, one who is without any blemish. Saha, he, that Ganesha, Mama, my Sakalam. He is everything. Saha Mama Sakalam. So, we should all be so happy and that, our Lord, who is everything for us, is this Ganesha, who does all these things for us. So that's the bhajan. So I hope Sister Vani you're okay with the meaning?
Yes, thank you, brother.
Okay. Sister Anita, you have somebody, you have put up your question to ask. Sister Anita?
Sorry, yeah, Brother Sairam. I had a question when you were explaining about the circle and how our Sanatan Dharam believes in the circle of life and everything is full circle. Yes. I wanted to know is that connected to, how the mathematics and everything originated from the Vedas. Does this zero has any relationship with the circle?
So, brother, sorry, sister.
It's okay.
Sister, in this, if you look at mathematics, it is India which gave zero to the mathematical world.
Exactly. And when the Greeks and the Romans brought math from Vedas, they did not believe in zero. And they had a very, very difficult time, comprehending.
The decimal system itself, which is zero, was introduced by Indian mathematicians.
Yes.
It all came from the acceptance that we are all zeros and only God is one. As Swami will say, zeros take value only when there is one. So they saw this entire creation as zero, circle. So the same zero, that is why Buddha calls it the shunyam. Many people think it's empty. No, it's not empty. It is just circular. So yes, so I hope I answered
you. I knew you could explain it so much better. I just needed you to explain it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You are welcome,
Sairam.
sister. Sairam.
Thank you.
So there is so much, people don't realize or don't want to recognize, don't want to accept. But these great saints and sages who are great scientists, they've given so much knowledge, and unfortunately, it was lost temporarily. To the masses, there were still people who had this knowledge, and there has been a revival of it. It's nothing about superiority or inferiority. It's about the best of any subject you need to go and learn. Like if, for example, today nuclear science in the US, in the Western world, in the US is taking a big lead. There are some European countries. So if someone wants to learn, you go and learn from them. So the same way Sanskrit has so much to offer in terms of knowledge, especially spiritual knowledge. So that anyone who wants it has to go and learn. And so
it's a lack of understanding, and it's a shame that Indian people are embarrassed to learn Sanskrit, whereas I have more American, like white people who have gone to UFT and taken a graduation in Sanskrit, and so many Americans and Canadians who have taken to Sanskrit, because there's a whole wealth of knowledge like we can't even comprehend now. It's like so complicated. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Because the reason is we all learned everything through English, English books.
Yeah, exactly.
So, unfortunately, even now we rely on that. So that's a problem, but it's okay. Hopefully with Swami's grace, each of us will learn and benefit, I hope. Even for a little small extent, I think it will be nice.
I appreciate you very much, very much.
Thank you. So I think Brother Sivadas asked me, I think, to just sing the bhajan. So I will just sing it. No need to follow, I guess, but I will post it if for anyone who is interested. You can learn and sing along. I don't know, because sometime back, I was, after writing these letters about maybe a few months ago, I said, it would be nice if people who can only read this can sing a bhajan, and by Swami's grace on Ganesha it came to be, so I will just sing. Bhaja Gajavadanam Bhava Bhaya Haranam Bhava Jalataranam Madamala Dahanam Japata Paramanam Daya Bhara Sadanam Sharavana Sahajam Shankaratanayam Sajalanayanam Abhayavaradam Rasagana Naladam Agama Phaladam Kamala Charanam Naravara Sharanam Ganavara Amalam Saha Mama Sakalam Ganavara Amalam Saha Mama Sakalam Bhaja Gajavadanam Bhava Bhayaharanam Bhava Jalataranam Madamala. So that's the way the bhajan goes. I think Sister Bhavani asked a question about Visarga and how it gets used. I think there was a question from one of the brothers, I think, about her and how it differs with the Visarga. Many times people confuse both the letters and use them interchangeably even. So for example, Visarga is this aha, okay? Whereas this is the ha. This ha is actually a consonant, whereas this ha is a vowel. There's a lot of difference. This is called a Mahaprana. That means you push a lot of air and produce a sound. So there should be a guttural voice coming through in this ha. Whereas here, it is only air. Rama ha. Okay, it's not Rama ha. Rama ha. Okay, so that ha, Visarga, changes the vowel which it follows. Rama ha. Guru hu. It's not Guru hu. Hu and hu are a lot of difference. Guru hu. Guru hu. Okay, the hu means you are actually sounding this letter. If it's Visarga, it should be hu. Guru hu. Hari hi. It's not he. he and he. So a lot of difference. So here actually you voice it. You should voice it here. Ha, who, he. Here you don't voice it. It should be ha, who, he. That's the way it should be. Because in the counting of matras, when you say ha, it has a count. Whereas this visarga, there's no count. Visarga means you let out the air. Visarjana means you just let go of the air. So generally it should be a tapering of air itself. Okay, any residual air, you just let it go. So there's a lot of difference, but generally people pronounce this also as ha, he, who. Technically it is incorrect, but I'm not going to debate it. That's the difference. I hope I answered that question. If there's more required, see, we will be covering visarga from what's called grammar sandhi. At that time, I will spend a little more time, like namah, not namaha. I hope you all understand, because then it becomes a consonant and it adds like namaha shivaya. You can't say, you only say namah shivaya. If it is namaha shivaya, then it becomes six akshara. Okay, so namah shivaya. So that sound, that air actually merges with sh, namah shivaya. Okay, so that is a completely different subject. I will cover that when we come to sandhi. Why this visarga is not a consonant? I think that's a topic by itself. It's 10:34. If it's okay, I will close now. Oh, samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sai Ram, everyone.
Sai Ram,
Hi,
thank
Ram,
you so
everyone.
much.
Thank you,
Sai Ram.
brother. Thank you very much.
Sai Ram.
Thank you.